No. Yeah. Lovely silhouette, the man with his fishing rod. Bit overcast today, but I don't mind. More cool. Her indoors bugging out already. Few people starting to gather, setting up for the day. We're off to, I think, Calero, to a lovely marina there which does a lovely pile and to see some boats. Glub, 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 glub. Can't get shoes on. Today we're off to Puerto Calero, which is a lovely little marina. See if we can get a paella. Check out that temperature, 30 degrees. On the way to Puerto Calero now, on one of the big roads. Airport's off to our left. Mountains to the right, well after the shop. How lovely and smooth the roads are, incredible and well kept. You don't see a single bit of litter anywhere, which is something the UK could take a lesson from. So here we've got a most weird complex, which I suspect was timeshare at some point, but some would say interesting, but Moorish almost in design. Certainly not a Norman Foster or Cesar Manrique. Coming down to a part of the island which is really rather green. That's Port Calero down there, I think. Right, now entering Puerto Calero, you would think at the top this isn't for cars, but there is actually a big car park down the bottom. It looks like it's market day today. So for those of a boating bent, this is one of the harbours in Puerto Calero. This is where the really serious yachts hang out. There's a big sailor there from Stockholm, super yacht in the distance. These are very big boats. I'm indoors thinking he's going to buy one. And a nice little rib. Never forget the ribs. Any one of these boats in England would be huge. We think there's parts of our country that thinks a 30-foot sailing yacht is big, but not when you look at that. Well, can't afford any of those. Some real boats for the Atlantic. That's a beauty. Bit of polishing job. Oh, coming up a dream. That's a sunseeker, I'm not sure. A nice restaurant, never eaten in that one. Some beautiful boats here, real lovely ones. You can see they're made for big seas. And a huge lot more marina over there. We do like this place, it's one of our favourite places on the island, apart from several other favourite places. Some big old marina fish down there. Here we have the submarine tour, loading up to go out. Never really fancied that, I don't know why, but it pulls it out with a little boat attached. I don't think it has its own engines to motor along on the surface. If it does, they're probably very slow. Now we have the Capella. They look to be registered in Southampton. Some of the eateries along the way are all very good. Is it already? There's the submarine being manoeuvred. This end we have the more affordable boats, still pretty damn expensive. As I said, there seems to be a market on today. This is where you can go on the buggy tour, which we have done, which is very good. We do like it here, as I've said a few times. Indoors wants to go and look for. I need a new pass. These are the buggies that you can go on the buggy tour, which is the one we went in 3 years ago. Very good, but it's gone up quite a bit. So look. Can you see the market here today? Indoors spotted some glittery stuff. Belts I used to like buying. Indoors found something she might want. Here we go. Totally impractical stuff. That looks pretty. In the distance, I spy someone buying a new purse. Here she comes, guilty as charged. And now we're getting to the lower end boats, the boats that I could afford. Well, that one needs a bit of a clean, but Her Indoors has got her purse. Show everybody your purse. Her Indoors, she was set a budget of €10 and she spent €12. So that is poor budgeting, isn't it, of course? She thinks it's funny. And who's had to pay for that? Well, I'll leave it for you to guess. But it ain't her. Man has to pay all the way down the line. So what I'm wondering is if anyone on the Yachting and Boating World Forum keeps their boat here in Lanzarote, Puerto Calero. Bit of a working boatyardy bit here. Get a noise of the something going on. Someone running up. No, it's a bus. So I got that wrong. There's the express water bus. Goes from somewhere to somewhere else. A lot of people going on it. Heck of a lot of people going on it. Be a nice way to have a little boat trip, I suppose. You didn't want to spend too much. Not sure if that's a mask wearing rule. We know where you've been. They've got hand dries, you know. Looks like our spot for lunch, paella time. And very much my sort of menu. Pictures with prices, that's all I need. So there's a submarine emptying out. People struggling along the walkway, which is rocking about. Never had such a posh water bottle in my life, I don't think. So here we have the paella been dished up by the garçon. And there's the market packing away with a load of jabbering with each other. God, that's dedication to setting it up and packing it up every market day at various places around the island. I bet they don't take much. And whittling birds in a tree. Been watching this market trader pack up with his red towels. He's got to be the slowest packer up in history. He ain't in a hurry, he don't seem to care. Whether or not he's going to haul that lot up that hill, of course, is another question. We always air the car out to cool it off before we set off, because it is hot. A visit to a bigger supermarket. It's flashing again.